There is a lot going on in social media right now. There's a lot. I want to do a quick. Oh my gosh, they get John Jones. I'm still. They had me watching John Jones highlight, man. And that guy, he is savage. Look at him. He got the dad bod, got the short shorts. He got slits in the shorts, and he's having a grand time. Okay, this guy's a whole savage. I mean, I'm just saying, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. We had John Morant in the what do you call it? We had John Morant in the news because man, that boy can't seem to stop getting out of trouble. He was in the news because he was on IG Live at 5:20 in the morning at a strip club establishment flashing a gun. Maybe it's just me. I don't think I follow enough basketball players, but I ain't never seeing them live at a strip club. Think about that part yet. Just first of all, if you are at the strip club, why do you want to be on live? You know what I'm saying? Why do you even where is the inclination to be around naked women? And you're like, do you know who might like naked women? Hundreds of thousands of my fans who are ranging between the ages of 7, 6, 5 years old to 50, 67 years old, from both sexes, male and female, and and from both the Midwest, they're out here, from everywhere. That's who's gonna like this. I'm sorry. I don't care. I can't have the thing where he was drunk, he was this, he was I can't, bro. I've been drunk before. I've drank before. I have never ever in my life thought, you know what make this drinking experience better? You know what? Do you know what I can do better now that I'm with all this naked? When I'm gonna show my friends. I like to show. Like, I mean, show to. I mean, not show my public community. We're not because he didn't just show his friends. Show my public community. No, no, it can't be me. Let's look this up. Ja Morant suspended. Ja Morant suspended from Grizzlies. I typed this in like that one meme when you're trying to make fun. It's like, oh, don't think I can. They make every other letter capital. There you go. Let's just read this. I'm just gonna read. So here's what we got. NBA team Memphis Grizzlies from the U.S. state of Tennessee has suspended. Oops, I forgot y'all my light. Has suspended Ja Morant for at least the next 2 games after he was seen displaying what appeared to be a gun at a nightclub on his Instagram live. An NBA spokesman said the league was aware of the post and was investigating Morant and was investigating. Morant apologized later on Saturday, adding that he planned to take some time away. I take full responsibility for my actions last night. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I it's always funny to say that. I take full responsibility for my actions last night. I was like, well, it's gonna be hard for you to convince me that somebody else is responsible because it's your IG live. I like to let you all know that I too believe that this is my fault. It's like, yeah, we know, you know what I'm saying? It's he said it later that Saturday. You know this ass was in trouble because if he had went on IG Live on 5 in the morning, he probably was drunk, went to sleep, woke up to 30 calls from his PR, his manager, his coach, his the owner for the Memphis Grizzlies, trying to clean up after this guy. They've been working, hour to hour, 12 to 12 every single day trying to clean up this guy public image, man, on a PR side. This was even the first thing this week. I'm like, you got more than 2 things. This is the first thing this week, and I think it's probably 3 incidents that we've heard of. Because the incident I'm referencing is him beating up some dude last year, and even if that's was granted like out of self-defense or whatever, even if it's for good reasons. As soon as you get this narrative out there, as soon as you get this narrative out there, every little tiny thing will be blown up because people already have a way of viewing you because of your personal actions. Because that's what happened. They got the laser thing with the Pacer staff. Oh, they're pointing lasers at the car, which we think are guns. And then, we had a couple weeks later, I think it was like within 2 weeks, maybe a couple weeks later, he on the sideline, somebody hit a goal, or somebody hit a shot, and he's like, I think it was a dunk or something. He's shooting up the shooting finger, whatever, the shooting whatever thing, and people are like, "You are okay, you're taunting us." But a lot of people didn't bite on that. A lot of people didn't report on that. And then there was a report that came out with, him last year beating up some kid and then flashing had the gun on his, he was holding the gun on his hip or whatever on his waist. And I don't even think that's a crazy story, but it's the fact that all of these are lining up and they're way too close to each other. Now, after all of that, this is the cherry on the cake. This is not even the icing, man. This is the cherry on top of the sundae. Yeah, cherries don't go on cake. Maybe cheesecake. This is the cherry on top of the cheesecake, man. This is crazy. I I I can't even fathom what it is for the Memphis organization. And it's funny because I mean, I've never talked about Kyrie to you guys, but I like Kyrie as a player. But it's always going to be hard for me to empathize with him. People always get mixed up and want to project, and that's what we kind of do. We kind of project onto onto our players who are in who are in sports because they're like our heroes, and we project the good things we see in ourselves onto them, right? Or the good things we think are good and respectable, we want to emulate, and we grow that within ourselves, and so it's like a relationship that's mostly one-sided. But he gets into a lot of trouble. And for me, I'm a professional, right? I'm a professional outside of this. My job, first and foremost, is to make my boss's life easier. If you put it in the spectrum of, all right, I have work to do, I got A, B, C, D to do, but what's going to make my boss life easier? Once you think like that, because of course you're supposed to do your job, but it's not just your job, it's how you're doing your job. If you think of how do I make my boss's life easier, you'll always be employed. Because when you're not just value added, but transparently value added, so it's not like some things, like some workers do a lot of work and your boss doesn't really recognize it. It's like, no, 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 no. You have to focus on making your boss happy, making your boss life easier. That means that he has to be aware that you are doing the things that are getting better, or else he doesn't know how it got easier. He may not be aware it got easier. But even all that, it's just focusing on this is a personal relationship. I've been hired to do a contract, but realistically, this contract will only go well if he says it's going well. If my supervisor says it's going well, if my boss says it's going well. So if that's the game I'm playing, I'm making sure their life is easy. Whatever you're trying to do, whether it is novel or not, I don't. Like I said, I'm a professional. I'm not getting paid millions of dollars, but Kyrie is. John Morant is. You're not just about. You are a professional. That means you are a professional on and off the court. You can't afford to make decisions because your actions affect not just you, but the whole franchise. It affects your coach. Now they gotta answer the questions. They affects the GM, they affects the owners. They gotta answer to. They gotta do more work to solve and fix or whatever, deal with the crap storm that you don't started up. People in the NBA, not even on the same team as you, in the NBA National Basketball Association, they got to answer to you. They got to answer for whatever nonsense you're trying to do. I am not with that, man. Like I'm not cool on that. I don't care. I don't want to because it doesn't matter if you're right. So you can't think of things as right, wrong, right, wrong. I was like, okay, do you have an obligation to this team? Yes or no? You don't have an obligation. I mean, that's fine. If you feel like they've asked you to do something that is against your beliefs. Quit. Stop playing. Stop doing what it is. You've made millions of dollars. You don't have to play basketball in that particular league. If you want to stand 10 toes down and they're imparting rules on you, so it's kind of weird for me. It's just like, listen, that's part of the buy-in. You got to buy in. Just because they're paying you millions of dollars doesn't mean they see you above the franchise. That's what's kind of getting mixed up right now. There's no reason, even if he's because I think he's really going through something, John Moran. I'm not gonna lie, he's probably going through something. Like I said, alcohol does not make people do that, and these are a couple of incidents that are all, barring that gun incident from last year. These are a couple of incidents, kind of way too close together. And from the interviews I hear, he sounds like a pretty self-reflective guy, a nice guy. But dude, man, this is something that is so easy to avoid. I know we want to take it to the man. He trying to be hood, bro. This guy is from the burbs, and he trying to be hood. And there's a deeper problem of why is he trying to emulate? I'm like, nah. I mean, I take it like this. You know, I, it's why are you doing anything that's gonna mess up your money? That's not. I just I'm not built like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I I'm not gonna even act like I've been working my whole life or whatever in my whole, excuse me, adult life, right? Where I'm so money hungry and I'm only about money. I'm not even saying that, but I'm like, once you make a commitment with something, well, that's part of the commitment. You have expectations. We, I don't know what to say. It's like, bro, if there's a set of expectations and you're getting paid millions of dollars, so you work, it's one thing, but then there's a set of expectations as well. I don't If I'm getting paid millions of dollars and I can quit anytime, that's the facts. Nobody's forcing me to do this. If they have a set of expectations, even if they're rigid, if I'm getting paid millions of dollars, like if they're like, "Hey, yo, man, like the bubble, like we want you to play basketball. You're gonna be stressing your body out, but there's gonna be mental things because we're gonna keep you in the hotel and we're gonna do a tournament, and you won't be able to see your family, you won't be able to see your friends. That's gonna be painful for me. That's gonna be painful. But if I know I'm getting 2 mil, 3 mil, 4 mil, and I go, it's different because they've been getting all that money, and then they get so it feels like they're making the same money, but then they're getting less rights, or they're like getting stuck in a hotel, can't see the family. I get all that, but I'm just saying, even with the rigidness, I don't know what type of rigid rules that are gonna make me be like, man, fuck all that, bro. I'm going on IG Live, bro. I'm gonna show these motherfuckers how I live, bro. Yeah, bro. I'm him. I'm like, what? And that's the old adage, man. Money don't make you happiness. You know what I'm saying? It's sure facilitated, but you still got to walk through the door. You know what I'm saying? You still got to take yourself there. It's like, man, that boy, he not happy. It's as simple as that. He's not happy, and he's 23. I don't really care about the age thing. I really don't like the age thing. I don't like this whole conversation where we're trying to protect him too, where it's like, hey, yo, we too hard on him, you too hard on him. Like, why do we have to wait until he makes the ultimate mistake before we can be critical? Isn't that the point of being critical? So you stop going down the path and making those mistakes so you can make better decisions? All right, I might let this go. Look, I'm already going off right now. This is gonna be the full fucking stream. This might be the full stream. More stories I want to get through, but this might be the full stream. Entire Grizzly organization. I take full responsibility for my actions last night. I'm sorry to my family, teammates, coaches, fans, partners, City of Memphis, the entire Grizzlies organization for letting you die. Honestly, that's like, I didn't even say this too. This is probably a copy and paste. Like, this is probably a PR. Like, look, here's all the things you are at risk of losing. You're gonna might lose a Powerade deal. You might not be able to play basketball for for the rest of the season. You might not be able to do this. This is not like all the other bullshit you've been doing. We've been fighting the media to not have you get absolutely, because if they rip you apart in the media, bro, that affects how owners think. Owners are embarrassed if they're, you know, dealing with somebody that other people think they're a criminal because it lowers their overall brand. Remember, Memphis Grizzlies franchise is a business first and foremost. This I'm gonna keep going off topic, but this is real talk. Sometimes we look at Michael Jordan and we're like, yo, that nigga didn't do enough, bro. He didn't say enough for the black community, man. Black community loved him, but we just felt like we ain't never get that love back, man. And he was really quiet in a lot of situations. He was really quiet, and we think he donate he put in money in prison organizations or some shit, which that was the wrong Michael Jordan. It's not obviously the Michael Jordan that we know of, but they run with that narrative because it fits this overall narrative. Like we feel like Michael Jordan didn't do enough because the way people looked at Michael Jordan is that he was like a savior type figure. He was like a celestial. He was just bigger than life, larger than life. But part of that greatness that I don't think we really recognize, and I know it's in the '90s and it was a different time, and there's no social media and there was probably scandals, but they kept it under rugs, kept it under wraps and all that. I know, I know, I know. But part of the greatness is doing your absolute best to keep the scandals to a minimum. I know people are living difficult lives and they're living publicly, so everything wrong they do is out in the public. But the way Jordan talks about how he would deal with the media and how he deals with his mental fatigue and everything like that, I think, and how he deals with politics. I think that was the best thing he could have done for the NBA, National Basketball Association, in terms of being neutral. I'm a basketball player. I'm an inspiration. I play basketball, man. Like I should inspire you not just to play basketball, but to be excellent in what you do. And if you're excellent in what you do, that'll be enough to make you and whatever you do, making the world better. But sometimes we look at these people because and it depends, so much struggle. We'll be like, yo, man, we struggling. You gotta say specifically what you think on this topic. And I told my cousin, me and my cousin got in a conversation about this, and I'm like, how much you really think LeBron James knows about like Ukraine and Russia? Like I was actually funny enough, I was on Omegle and I was talking to a Russian soldier of what's going on in the war. And he's giving me all these details and stuff like that. And there's a lot of nuance, of course, but not to get too political. But you know, LeBron James, as rich as he is, as famous as he is, I mean, he could probably get access to the information that I got, if he talked like I did. But, you know, I only got like a snapshot. But in order to make, a fully sound, novel, intriguing, interesting take, right? That's without error, he's gonna have to literally read up on this stuff. He's gonna have to be active. He's gonna have to follow the story. He's gonna have to read the history of how things even came to be. This situation is complicated. I was on the phone with that dude. I realized I'm like, yep, this is over my because I'm like, I don't know that. I don't really know that. I don't know. I don't know. This is complicated now. What are the odds that a dude who spent most of his life learning how to, and I love basketball, but learning how to put a ball into a hoop is gonna be so versed on some of these issues, man. I'm not saying he couldn't be. I'm not saying there's no way he could be, and we're not doing the shut up and dribble take, man. But I'm telling you, we shouldn't look for these people as those type of heroes. That's what I say. I'm like, they are not those type of heroes. I love that Kendrick Lamar song. I was just listening today. I forget what a song called, but they'd be like, what was he saying? He's just like, Future taught you how to do this, but he is not your savior. I did do this, but I am not your savior. Da 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 da. But he is not your savior. Like, no, they're not saviors, man. Only thing that's saving people out here is religion and themselves. That's it. Religion and themselves. That's it. That's the only thing that's saving people out here. There ain't no, oh man, this is one. I was like, nah. So going back to the original take, man, this is something that was concocted up probably by the, Probably by the, the Memphis organization just to get ahead of this. But yeah, the difference between John Morant and Michael Jordan is I don't think even maybe he would, but there's no proof that he would ever, if he had a phone and be like, now, great, I'm gonna show the whole public what I'm really doing out here. No. And yeah, that's I kind of, going over it, I definitely respect Michael Jordan for that. I'm gonna take some time to get away and help on work on learning methods and dealing with stress and my overall well-being. Yep, that's definitely should you definitely be doing that. 23-year-old All-Star was the subject of a Washington Post article this week that said he had been accused in police reports of punching a teenager repeatedly. Like honestly, I don't even think I'm not even I'm giving if you're charitable, you don't even have to be that charitable to figure out why this could have come about. But even still, it's just a bad look, right? They probably had this cooking. They probably knew about this. In interviews with police, the teen said that after the altercation, Morant went into his house and reemerged with the gun visible at the waistband in his pants. You know, Morant told police he swung first, but felt he was acting in self-defense after the teenager threw a basketball that hit him in the head, later making a comment that Morant found threatening. In police records, the unnamed teen accused Morant of punching him 12 to 13 times. With Morant was also alleged made threats against his head of security at the mall. Yeah, I forgot about. There's so many. I don't forgot. Yeah, the mall incident. I completely forgot. Morant also allegedly made threats. I can't read it today. Made threats against the head of security at a Memphis mall, which led to filing of a police report. The paper said. I love this part of these news stories. Morant is averaging 27.1, 8.2 assists, 6.0 rebounds, 53 games a season. Nigga, he nice, okay? He is nice. I know we done said all this shit, but just remember that he's not no regular nigga, all right? This boy balling, all right? He balling out. What you talking about, man? The suspension means he will miss Sunday's game against the Clippers Tuesday and against the Lakers. This is not even an update because from, you know, well, I'll read this one here. From the update we got, the NBA did an investigation and they're like, "Oh, did you have this gun on the plane that flew you guys out here?" Can't do that, big dog. Y'all know about Gilbert Arenas. Okay, can't do that. Yeah, so here we go. John Morant's got an obsession with gun, and he's taking direct aim at his career. Oh, for fuck's sakes. These posts are so cringy. It's like, dude, I don't know if like an edgy 15-year-old wrote this. Like, this is the level of writing. It's just like this is an actual serious matter. You don't have to. We're here because of we know what this is about. You don't have to do all of this extra stuff that you think is gonna push the narrative of the story in a certain mood or vibe that's gonna make us really comprehend what you're trying to tell us. No, just tell us what the frick happened. You don't have to do this little dumb shit. Oh, sorry. All right, I'm not gonna go off. We're gonna read this. God damn it. The 193 million 23-year-old hoops phenom is already being compared to the likes of Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, cashing in on lucrative deals with Nike and Powerade. But like so many gifted but troubled athletes before him, Morant is barely clinging to his slippery footholds on the mountain of success. Why are you talking like this? This is so annoying. I don't read the New York Post, you guys. This is just the first thing I've seen, so bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. The Memphis Grizzlies has benched his star point guard for at least 2 games after he filmed himself flashing a handgun at a bar Saturday morning, sparing a police investigation. But Grizzlies head coach Taylor Jenkins hinted Sunday that Morant's suspension could be longer. We're taking it one day at a time. See what I'm saying? We're taking it one day at a time. Jenkins told reporters for the game against the Clippers, "There's no definitive timeline. It's really not a timetable situation." The Instagram clip, which showed the two-time NBA All-Star shirtless, boy was shirtless, man. That's weird, bro. Why you want to be shirtless in the strip club? Nobody, nobody who's ever shirtless at the strip club, okay, not one person is what would it say? Well, they're having a good time, but no other person's looking at that like, I want to be the shirtless dude in the strip club. Like, bro, you lame for that, bro. That is the goofy move. No, no, no. You strip, I strip too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You take top, I take top. What are you doing? That's not that is not the contract, okay? It is not obligatory to match her wave and her vibe by stripping also. Unnecessary. You know what you're doing. The Memphis Grizzlies, that's when Morant posted a video just days after the Washington Post published a bombshell. Okay, it wasn't a. I don't know if it was a bombshell, but it was just a. It was a very awfully timed. Like I said, the Memphis organization has been fighting the media, bro. Tooth and nail to not have any of this bullcrap come out. Like when Draymond Green had punched Jordan Poole, Golden State was like, I don't know, dude. It could be useful to us. You know what I'm saying? This could be useful because we don't got all the money. We've been handing out max deals to way too many people. We've given out a lot of money to way too many people. We are in luxury tax. And yeah, we getting chips and we happy. It was worth it. But at the same time, we don't want to get a young blood. They could have very much immediately. Well, as soon as that's it, okay, let's make sure no cameras. No, they leaked that. They leaked that. They most definitely leaked that. I am telling you right now. Because you don't. There's nobody sneaking in. Like you ever watch You Got? Was it? No, it wasn't You Got. Well, there's You Got Served. All the dance movies has one person spying on another person, and they're spying on them and recording all their dance moves. You know what I mean? And then they show up like, damn, they stole all our moves. You know what I'm saying? And all the dance movies it was like, Bring It On, You Got Served, and I think Stomp the Yard. This ain't like that. This is an NBA association training facility, okay? They understand how security works. They are definitely not letting anybody who's not allowed to be there record them. And that shit got out so they use that leak to now paint the to further the media like yo know what Draymond's kind of a problem. Draymond's got issues because when we heard the punch like oh that's kind of crazy, but when we saw the punch you're like yo my guy bro he man hit him he went out cold and poor Jordan Poole you know what I'm saying if only you and your man and them and everybody here know you got punched in the face you got slapped the boy got slapped bro he's a he was out for the count. But if it was between me and the boy, okay, that's one thing. But then now if everybody see it, my mama see it, my pop see it, my big cousin see me, hey yo, my dog, I said, man, I heard you got hitting the but man, now I saw bro, what's wrong with your job, bro? You gotta hit the gym, bro. You need a stronger. Now I'm cheesy as a motherfucker. But that's my point. Is that these huge franchises use the media to paint a narrative. So when it's time to pay or not pay people, they can be like, well, here's the what do you expect? Like they will know they don't even have to ask them. They're literally all the talking heads to Skip Bayless to Stephen A. Smith to Shannon Sharp and all Max all of them they've already been fed a very thick narrative as to why that person does or does not deserve the extra money. So like I said, Morant is their star player. In this situation, they don't want any bad press with them because it hurts their brand, it hurts ticket sales. They looking at the owners, they looking at the management like, are you crazy, bro? Exactly like I said, I already brought up to Kyrie. That's exactly what happened to Kyrie. They're looking at management they're like, yo, buddy, you better, big dog, what's all that, bro? Y'all hate Jewish people out here? What's going on, bro? That's what they don't probably care about a video. They don't give a fuck about the video, bro. They don't care. They only care because other people cared. Right? So now they gotta make a statement. Now they gotta do all this extra stuff. Because it's a brand thing. It's so all this all this going on. Like I said, not a bombshell report, but now it's becoming a bombshell because of the timing. Remember, this is very nicely timed. If this happened last summer, why'd it come out now? The media, the way they're looking at this kid, they're switching over, even after probably they've been told, relaxing ish. Like I'm telling you. Published a bombshell report detailing two conversations. Yeah, Oh, 17. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. When paired with incidents such as allegations of Morant, yeah, there you go. There you go. See, now, remember, it's not just one news story, right? Peep game. It's when we see, here's the 11 other things that he's also done that are aligned with the conclusion that we're not saying, but we're kind of saying it. He a thug. He won't be a nigga. Oh, he think he G. He think he a gangster. This is this is you can't make this shit up. We see this coming a mile away. See, now every time he does something, like I said, there's already a narrative building against you. Instead of working against that, right, which is hard, which because it's a reputation thing, it takes 20 years to build a good reputation and 5 minutes to throw it all down the drain. Y'all hear that all the time. When paired with other instances such as allegations, Morant's entourage may have pointed a red laser that was possibly attached to a gun at members of in February. Nigga, that was just February. We just got out of February. It ain't been about a couple of weeks, man. A portrait begins to emerge of a young athlete who's more than willing to squander the tremendous opportunities before him. Yeah, there you go. The mall squabble, which happened in July 2022. Oh my gosh, and the same last summer as well. At a finish line shoot story started with Morant's mother started arguing with an employee. According to records obtained with the Washington Post, she called Morant, who along with his entourage eventually confronted the director of the mall security in the parking lot. They quarreled, and one of Morant's friends allegedly pushed the guard and punched the. Oh my god, pushed the guard in the head. Oh, okay, what type of pushing is this? As they were leaving, Moran allegedly told the others that he wanted to find out what time the guard got off work. The guard felt threatened and sought to file a police report. The Washington Post said eventually the parties left the scene with no arrests were made. Just 4 days later, on oh my god, Morant and a friend allegedly assaulted a 17-year-old male during a pickup basketball game at Morant's brick mansion on the outskirts of Memphis, the newspaper said. Teenager who was reportedly enamored with Morant and told police he thought of Grizzly Star as something of a mentor, was guarding Morant when things turned ugly. It's not clear what provoked the exchange, but Morant threw the ball hard at the boy when he was checking it in. The boy chucked it back equally as hard, but the ball went through Morant's hand and him in the face. Okay. I be heated too, man. I don't give a damn, bro. Once I feel that pain, your nose be kind of stinky and shit like that, just because you know it hit him square in the face. You know, men used to try to do it back in the days. And one was popping. They used to try to go off the heezy on a nigga, bro. They go like, oh, throw it off the heezy. That shit don't hit you square in your fucking forehead. It's hitting you on your face, bro. Soon as nigga hit off the easy, run up, push, like, yo, get the, nah, you ain't put it. That's how he had to do it. So I know damn well he was pissed off. Morant allegedly put his chin on the youth's shoulder and then asked his fan, do I do it to him? Oh my God. The problem with this is that I know this probably came from the victim, and we're not victim blaming, or we're not saying the victim's lying, but Jesus Christ, when they put it in a story amongst other things that have already been reported, when I'm just a unsuspecting reader, I can't help but be like, this nigga is crazy. This nigga a gangster. Do I do it to him? What? That's so weird. Are you asking for permission? Are you asking for guidance? My friend. This man has trespassed on my property. He has played basketball in my home, and then he threw the ball in my face, and it stung me on my nose real bad. I have then, in turn, beat his ass, and I've gotten my gun. I'm at a crossroads, for he has definitely done something that is more worthy of death. But who am I to kill just a mere man? Do I do it to him, sir? Do I end his life because of this egregious ball to the face? Like I said, I know I'd be pissed, and I said trespassing, but obviously he's not trespassing. But it make it feel like he's just some random dude. Like, bro, you're just somebody you know, bro. Even if he did that to you, be mad. It's like, come on, bro. How does escalate like this? This is the problem. This should be escalating with bands. You ever be with people who always have shit that be escalating with them? It can never be no cool night. Everything always gotta pop off. And you're like, I wonder why they pop, because it's them. Everywhere else, everybody else chill. When you with them, something always popping off. I used to know, nigga, every time we used to walk by somebody, he said, what the fuck you looking at, pussy? He used to do that all that time. Any person who walked by, bro, he's trying every month. And I'm like, damn, bro, I really hope nobody want to fight this dude. Cause I mean, I'm gonna have to fight. Like, what? We DT. I'm trying to get shorties, bro. Why are you out here giving attention to mandom? I'm perplexed. Do I do it to him? Jesus, man. I don't even, like I said, I don't even know if it's true or not. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, not a good look. His friend said he should. What? Oh my God. With a pincer of flying fists. These guys are crazy. His friend said he should. The Washington Post said so Morant allegedly punched the boy, connecting his chin just as the friend attacked from the other side, catching the youth and a pincer of flying fists. Jesus Christ. The pair continued to beat down until they were pulled off. Morant then allegedly went to his house and got his gun. Oh, okay. I messed it up. Okay, I thought he already had a gun at this time. He didn't. Let me retract that. He didn't have the gun at this time. Didn't have the gun. He just said, should I do it to him to beat him up? Which is fucking crazy. I think that's kind of even weird in of itself. Because if you're not that angry, and I don't even like the story because it's painting like the friend's like the devil. He's like, yeah, do it. Do it now. They're painting him like he's fucking Palpatine from Star Wars, bruh. Do it. Do it now. It's only normal. He took your hand, you took his head. Come on, man. Okay. The pair continued to beat down to the then pull out the fire out, the newspaper said, but he put his hand on it. Oh, man. Like, the only person who could say all of this is the victim, man, which I'm not saying this is a lie, but at the same time, this happened, you'd be like, damn, bro. Like he said, like, yo, this guy was like my mentor, bro. He passed the ball at me hard. I pushed it back, and like I'm sorry it hit your face, but like, damn, why the gun guy really come out? That's when T. Morant yelled at his point guard son to go back inside. Okay. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. Because the dad yelled at Morant. You know what I mean? Morant later told the cops that he acted in self-defense because the boy had thrown the ball at him, then stepped forward and pulled his pants up. He interpreted this as a sign that the kid wanted to brawl. All right now, I have to protect myself. Like, all right now, I have to protect myself. From what? Basketball players who want to fight you? Come on, man. I saw him first. The ball was the first swing to me. Allegations between the parties continued to fly as weeks went by, including a police report filed by the Morants that said the boy allegedly threatened to come back and light this place up like fireworks. So I did see that part. If that was the case, would beating the boy up, I don't know if he said this after or before the beatdown. And I don't know if he said it after or before the gun was flashed. But in neither situation, wouldn't you want to get the police involved? If you took it serious, that's all I'm saying. If you took it serious, like, wouldn't you want to get the police involved? Police ended up getting involved anyways, but as soon as wouldn't you want to get the police involved? I think even in places, if someone says like, "Hey, I'm going to come back," in certain states, I'm gonna come back. Like they make like a verbal threat, like I'm gonna come back and kill you or shoot you, and so like you can fuck them up right then and there. That is definitely can be terms of self defense. That's all I'm thinking. I'm like, you either can only really do few things. It's either you are fucking up that person real bad there. Like it's not like this is at like a public place. This is your home. If they know where you live, it's like, okay, it's kind of game over. I gotta actually. There's only very few options I can do to actually definitely neutralize this threat that this person's delivered to me. Allegations between parties continued to fly as weeks went by, including a police report filed by the Morant that said the boy allegedly threatened to come back and light the place up like fireworks. And like I said, this is the thing about she said stories. There's probably a little bit of truth in both of these. In September, the teen and his mother sued Morant and his friend Devontae Pack, but the ongoing lawsuit, first reported by TMZ in January, was immediately sealed, according to reports. One of Morant's attorneys reportedly called the lawsuit a shakedown. I mean, that's the thing, bro. Like, if I got beat up by John Morant, whew, only thing that be spinning around my head, like in those cartoons, is those fucking dollar signs. That's all I'm gonna be. Oof, I can't wait to cash in and sue the fuck out of this nigga. That's what I be thinking, man. I'm telling you. Rebecca Adam and the family's attorney did not respond to a request for comment. The post on Monday, but in January statement published by WMC TV Action News 5 in Memphis, Alaman's firm called the fight a tragic situation involving an assault battery by two adults on a minor during a basketball game at the home of Mr. Morant. Our client's mental health and physical well-being now is in his future are our priority, the statement said, adding that there would be no further comments. At the same time, Shelby County District Attorney's Office declared there is not enough evidence to proceed with the case. Morant's antics have deeply. That's a hard one too, right? Because if nobody recorded, there's not really evidence, and maybe there's marks on them, but this, like I don't know what type of investigation they do other than he said, she said. Rant's antics have deeply disappointed those closest to him, sources said, including his biggest defender, Father T. Moran, who was caught getting into Fox Sports host Shannon at the January Lakers game. Yeah, that was something about that Lakers game, man. I tell you. His father is really disappointed with the choices that his son has made lately, and the fact that his life choices led him to holding up a handgun is beyond stupid, the source. The post adding that the elder Morant was shocked by the video. And he's years into the NBA, you guys. Like, we can't pretend like this dude's some rookie, bro. This guy's been playing basketball in this association for 4 years. I haven't even done this latest job that I've been doing for 4 years, but I know the rules. I know what I can do, what I can't do, man. Alcohol in me or not, man. Making it into the NBA is already like drawing a lottery ticket. So for him to fumble the bag is even more disappointing, the friend continued. He was raising two family is what he tried, giving him the what was the opposite of G check? You know what I'm saying? And you're like, nah, bro, you ain't really about them streets, bro. Raised a two-family household and attended private school. So being a thug and trying to portray that lifestyle is the farthest thing from the truth when it comes to Jaw's upbringing. He was not raised that way. Even if the legal cases peter out, Morant, who grew up in South Carolina, would be well served to take advice from Shannon Sharp, who has emerged as one of the fiercest critics. Oh God, they're really. I don't think he's the fiercest critic, but I think he's just somebody who has an understanding where he comes from as a previous young athlete in a large association like the NBA, but the NFL. Right? Ja just move differently, bro. That's the only advice. I would never give you any advice about how to play basketball, but try to give you advice on how to move. Let someone else's lessons be yours. Yeah. Well, that's it.